What I also another team that I do not think is going to make the playoffs is the Indianapolis Colts. They're definitely not going to make the playoffs either, because they play the Bills this week, and that's not going to end well for them either. And I think this is the start of it's the beginning of the end of a very long season for the Colts and their fans. We talked a lot of shit, I guess, on the Bills last week. I don't really remember that. I think we
They
were
didn't
just talking
cover.
about the Dolphins. Uh, But I think each team here is probably going to have to run the shit out of the ball. Bills because they're good at it, and you got to let James Cook cook. And if you are
Hey,
the if you're the Indianapolis Colts, Jonathan Taylor is the shining light of your offense. Because it seems like your quarterbacks both kind of can't really get it done when it super matters, and everything now really matters going on for them as a team who's 4-5. This is just this, the pressure is only going to build and build from here, and it hasn't been good for the Colts lately. And I don't see it getting better against the Bills, who are, seemingly, I don't want to say, jockeying for that next spot right behind the Chiefs in the AFC, but they sure are knocking on the door. And they're just the Buffalo Bills look like they're just getting ready for some sort of late year
Buffalo
matchup
Bills.
with the Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo
Um,
Bills.
the Bills. Uh, and Josh Allen, honestly, is playing he's having one of the better years of his career. Only two interceptions this far. So, you know, if he continues to hold on to the football, which honestly fumbles at this point are more dangerous than interceptions for him right now. So, um, but yeah, I think
Are we
Indy
are we
probably
giving
keeps it
him
close.
MVP? Are we giving him MVP right now, week 10?
No, no,
No?
no,
Mm-mm.
no.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
I'm not prepared to make that comment on this show right now as it's rolling, but I do know that Indianapolis is going to work really hard to not get blown out in their building. So they're not going to get blown out.
If
They
I
probably lose by like a touchdown or so, maybe like a field
Je-
goal.
if I give you the choice of Josh Allen or Jared Goff right now.
Ooh, right now
Goff.
for my football team, yeah, probably Jared Goff, dude. Probably Jared
Okay.
Goff.
Okay. No, for MVP
Oh, for MVP, Jesus
week 10.
Christ! I thought you meant for like my team, who I would pick. Between Jared Goff or Josh Allen. Oh man, again, I'm not prepared to make that statement.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
prepared to
Uh,
make that
Fuck you,
statement.
Bill fans. We won't
It's not
say it.
that I just
Josh
can't answer
Allen
that.
sucks.
There's a lot more
I,
there's a lot more
So
games to be
I got
played.
a question for you. Are the Colts a good team? Would you consider them a good team?
I th- I think they're a team that can be good. They're
They're
just
a
not
team.
doing I think they're a team that's not doing
They,
enough to be the team
they're
that they
a
want to
team.
be.
They're
They
a
are.
team for
They
sure.
are a
They're a
team.
team.
Well, the Bills usually blow out teams. Not good teams, but teams. They play terrible against good teams, and this is not a good team, like you just said. So I really don't think this game's gonna be close at all. They're gonna try to keep it close in the first half, but it's gonna just go get away from them right away in the second.
I don't like a lot of what I saw in the game against the Dolphins last week. And yeah, it's a divisional game, but you're also at home. And the Dolphins hadn't beaten the Bills at home since 2016. And this Colts team has pieces.
It does.
I
I think
think
they're just
I
not
think what
there
we
yet.
saw from Joe Flacco last week was one of the rare games. I don't think the wall has hit him quite yet. He's shown that he can still go out there and sling it. I think it was a mixture of just what could go wrong would go wrong for the Colts last week. And I just don't the defensive side from the Bills doesn't really excite me. And offensively, I think we're finally starting to see that midseason dip in form, and part of that is probably Amari Cooper isn't fully up to speed in the offense, and maybe he gets there this week and he's good to go. But I think this is going to be a much closer game than anybody is really giving it credit for. Um, just because I think last week was a one off from Joe Flacco there, and you got a healthy, presumably healthy Jonathan Taylor. Josh Downs is a big piece of that offense, right along with Michael Pittman Jr. I think this is going to be a
Questionable.
lower scoring, Very close game.
Hmm.
I'm not worried about
I
questionable
think it's a grind it
designations.
out. You think you agree with my running back take though? You think the running backs are going to have to
Running backs are going to be big
duke it
this
out?
game. Both,
Yeah,
yeah, it's going to be a Jonathan Taylor, James Cook showdown.
I like that. I like that.